Right, so we've used 6 child's pianos on this project, and this little one here is actually my favourite. It looks like a little grand piano. It's even got a lovely sign on it saying the grand baby piano, not even a baby grand piano, the grand baby piano. And this is the kind of piano using the old clock chimes to make the sound. I really like that sound. These are all quite kind of recherche versions. I think this is probably from the 1950s, but made in Japan, made out of oak, and it's a really lovely thing. This is diatonic, but by the time it gets to you, trust me, it will be fully chromatic. So it sounds really nice. Hope you like it. Okay, so in a way, the centerpiece of our collection is the musical box department. Now, obviously, this is a fully working musical box and quite a big one, but we can't sample it because you can't play an individual note. You crank it up, you get it going, and it plays you a tune, and it won't stop until it's played you the tune. So what we've had to do, and it's been our pleasure, is to take a slightly less exalted, shall we say, musical box, and take the cylinder out of it. So we're left with all the notes. And I'm using something that you last saw at the dentist's to play this. It forms a kind of plectrum that can get in between the notes. So I'm now looking at the, shall we say, the guts of our modified musical box. And I just take this little tool slightly kalimba-like, just pluck one note at a time. The other thing, of course, is all these instruments are in 19th century high pitch. So not only do we have to pitch them to A440, but we also have to put them in tune because the years have, of course, taken their toll. It's been quite an undertaking, but I've enjoyed every moment of it, honestly. We've used several sets of bells in our collection here. This is part of a larger set and actually comes from a Victorian country house or mansion, and actually very nicely made bells. They weren't tuned. We've of course dealt with that, and they actually make a pretty lovely sound. Right, we have here a classic Carl Orff xylophone. It's more of sort of marimba pitch, and it is, as you can see, fully diatonic. It won't be, of course, but it's in the scale of C, and there's a lovely sound that's somewhere in between a xylophone and a marimba. That's about all there is to it. Yeah, amazing company, Hohner, who were primarily, I believe, piano accordion makers, but they also made all sorts of, eventually keyboards like the classic pianette and clavinet. They, of course, made recorders, they made concertinas, they made all sorts of things, but they thought, what can we have in school as an alternative to the recorder? Maybe something of a similar sound that a keyboardist could play. So they invented the melodica. Now, these days, melodica is still, of course, made in quite large quantities, but it has a piano, literally like a piano or accordion keyboard. These have more like keys, but of course spaced like a piano keyboard. I really like these because you can get quite dynamic with them, and you can use them for textural effects. It's quite like a small accordion or a concertina, but you can get a little bit of vib on them, and you can sort of fade the notes in and out. And when I say textural, it means you can kind of weave them into textures. You can play chords on them, but they actually sound better if you use them for individual notes. That being the soprano, and we have an alto one as well, and this one just extends the range downward a bit further. And it kind of goes without saying, really, that Hohner is also extremely famous for making harmonicas.